So I'm just going to show quick ways of a few of them. So in order to actually make this useful, I'm going to add some more properties to a student so we can see what this looks like. Or actually, I'll just do a school. School doesn't have anything. So school, we can say it was created or opened since, and we can put like a number here. Then we can say how many students it has. We can put a number here. And we can also say, is great. Is it a great school? Hopefully it is. Boolean. OK. So now that we have that, what we could do is, I'm just going to comment some of this stuff out. If we have this school, and I'll just leave this find when it update. Just going to make another object so I'm not writing it twice. So if we have a school whose name is MLK, and it is open since 2009, and students are 1,000 students, and is it great? You bet. Cool, so now that I have that, I got one school, and then I'm going to make another one, which is basically the same thing with some small differences. Larry Middle School. I'm sure there's a Larry Middle School somewhere. And this was open since 1980, has 600 students, and it's not great. So what I want to do, and actually we do got to get rid of this for a minute, is first I'm going to insert both of these in a database. So I'm just going to say schools equals, and then the sweet thing about the create method on a model is that it can take in an array of things to create, not just one. So I can pass in an array of school 1 or school and school 2. So school config and then school 2. So it'll create both of those as long as they don't fail. If this second one messed up one of the validations on here, like if this was unique and this had the same name, then yeah, it just wouldn't work. It would just fail on that one. But the first one would get saved. So yeah, that's where transactions come in. And we're not going to talk about transactions right now. It's complicated. So this will create 2 schools. So now that we have those 2, we can do some querying. So I'm going to say, I want to find the school, find one, and then now we can do like some type of filtering here. So I want to find one where students is, and I'm going to say greater than. So if I can use this $GT, that's going to give me greater than. So I can say it's going to be greater than, students have to be greater than 600 .exec. So if I do this, what should I get back? What school would I get back?
MLK.
Yeah, I get back MLK. That's the only one that's greater than 600. This one's exactly 600, so it's not greater than 600. So I should get back MLK. Cool, and I do. I get back MLK here. All right, and you can get pretty crazy with this. So there's nothing stopping me from saying, I want to like set a range, so it's also going to be like less than some other number. And I'm gonna put this on another line. And however many filters you want to do. So I have students here. I can also start adding filters for open since. And because that's a number, well, that's a pretty good example. I'll do like is great. So is great must be true. So I added a filter there. And as you can see, you can pretty much go on and on with these filters like that. One that's kind of hard to conceptualize, at least for me it was, and it's kind of difficult because Mongoose changes it all the time, is when you deal with arrays and how you search for arrays. Like if there's a document inside of an array, how do I search for something inside of there? Well, I'm going to show you. So if I add an array here of just like staff, and it's just going to be an array of names, so strings, and I'm just going to add one, like staff here, and they're just strings, so they don't really have to be like, I'm just going to make them all different. There we go. So they both have a similar B in them. And then I'm just going to just not do that again. OK. So now if I want to be able to search what's inside of like an array, it's actually pretty simple. So I'm going to get rid of these. And then what I can do is I can just say staff. And then for the array, I could just put whatever value I want, B. And Mongoose is smart enough to know that staff is an array. And I'm searching for something inside of an array. So it's just going to give me that. So if both of these have B in them, then I should get back both of these. So let's see what happens. And there's like an explicit way to do this too. So right here, what did I do? I did a find once, only got one back. But if I did a find, I would have got both of them back. So let's change that to a find. And I'm going to have to keep incrementing this because I don't want to rewrite the code. There we go. So now we got a lot of them back. We got 4 because I ran the script twice, right? So now we got 4 of them. As you can see, like it's pretty powerful. So there's a lot of stuff you can do there with the querying, and it's pretty intuitive. Any questions on? Yes.
If you wanted to search against multiple staff, would you like use a regex to, you know, put in multiple names, or would you put in an array of names?
That's a good question. So if I wanted to do that, the way I would do that is I would use the in operator, $in, and I think it goes first. If it doesn't go first there, we'll switch it. So I could say in staff, and then I could put an array of values. So I could say V, B, G. So that means if any one of these schools has a staff with an array of one of these values, then return that. And because every school I have has that, then yeah, this will return everything. Whenever you see like a $sign on an operator like that, that's a native Mongo operator. It's a native Mongo thing. Yes?
So SQL has selects top 1,000 or top 10 records. So Mongo does have any operation of that kind?
What was the operation?
So select top 100 or select top 10.
Got it.
Mongo have
Yeah, so that's like a limit. It's like I want to like only select this limit. Yeah, so without sorting, yeah, you could just do dot limit like this, and I can say limit 2. This will only give me the top 2, but this isn't sorted, so I mean you don't know which 2 you're going to get back. But yeah, and if you did want to sort it, you would do dot sort. This allows you to sort by properties. So if I wanted to sort by descending open sense, I can put negative open sense like that. That'll sort descending. If I want ascending, I can just put positive. If I don't want to use strings, I can use an object and say open sense 1, which is ascending, or -1 for descending. It's very flexible.